Have you ever wondered how many views it takes to make $1 million on YouTube? Well, I have too, and today we're going to find out. Hey man, it's your boy Chris Lee, aka CEasy. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the lifestyle. Welcome back to another video. So for today's video, we have like one of the coolest ideas I think I have yet on the channel. And essentially, we're going to be determining how many views you need to make $1 million on YouTube. And essentially, I feel like this is going to be cool, or give you guys an idea, or different content creators an idea. Well, how many views do I actually need to make that million on YouTube? Okay, so this video is going to be broken up into like two parts. So the first part is I'm going to be breaking down for like the average YouTuber with the average CPM, how many views they need to make $1 million. And this is going to be money that is all for the creator, not with the cut that goes to YouTube specifically and directly for just the content creator. And then the second part, we're going to be looking at someone who actually made $1 million on YouTube and posted a video about them making $1 million on YouTube. And that is the break. She essentially goes ahead and she made a video talking about how she made $1 million on YouTube. It breaks down how much she made, the estimated playbacks, and the average CPM. However, we're going to break that down because there are some errors, and I'm going to let you guys know the real amount of views that she had to get to make that milli. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to switch up the angle. We're going to get started on the average content creators CPM. We're going to see how much they need, how many views they need to make that mil. So let's get it. But first, I almost forgot. You guys make sure that y'all like up this video. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this video. And if you're new to the channel, I'm going to go down below and smash that subscribe button because we're so close to 2,000 subscribers, but the goal is 10,000 subscribers. So now, let's really get the video started. Okay, so now we're going to determine how many views the average YouTuber needs to make $1 million. Okay, so we're going to have to take a look at a few things. The very first thing is we need to see or determine the average CPM. And the number that I went ahead and I feel like is a good average placement is $6. So let's say for an average content creator, their CPM is $6, just flat, just $6, okay? However, there's only one issue with this. They do not receive that full amount of money. They actually only receive 55%, and the remaining 45% goes to YouTube, as it should. So we have to calculate the actual amount of money that they're going to be receiving, and that is known as the RPM. So the RPM, if you want to go ahead and calculate that, all you have to do is times $6 by 55%, so times $6 by 0.55, and the answer that you will get is $3.33. So that is the RPM. That is how much this content creator is actually receiving for each 1,000 views. Okay, so now that we got these two things, we got the CPM, how much that they're making across the board on their channel for each 1,000 views, and we got the RPM, which is how much they get to pocket in each and every single month. Okay, now we need to see how much they make per view. And essentially, to calculate that, all you have to do is divide the RPM by 1,000, since it's calculated on a 1,000-person basis. You're going to get 0.0033. So it's not even a full cent. It's about 1/3 of a cent per view. Okay, I know, very low, but to say on average, this is what the content creators make. So now, okay, and now for the part that we've literally all been waiting for, and that is essentially the amount of views needed to make that 1 million for an average content creator. So if you guys are wondering how someone across this number, well, first you need to take the amount per view. So essentially, they're going to be making about 1/3 of a cent per view. So, I was doing some math and I was just throwing some numbers. So, you can go ahead and just keep working your way up. And it essentially ends up being 304 million views. That is how much the average content creator is going to need to essentially pocket in their first $1 million, which is a lot of views. And if you guys want to know how I came to these calculations, essentially I was just like this. Well, I knew that the leading number was going to contain a 3 just because it's about 1/3 of a million. So that's what I did. I started off with 30 million. That was too low. And then I just went up from there. I added an extra 0. It got me just right over there. And then I kept just trying out various numbers. And the number that I came on to was 304 million views. And if you go ahead and you times 304 million views by 0.0033, you're going to get about $1,320,000. And that is essentially about the closest I can go ahead and get, just using some good like whole numbers about how many views you're going to need. So for the average content creator, you're going to need this many views to pocket in your first $1 million on the platform, which is literally insane. And now we're gonna have to go ahead and compare the break. I'm gonna go ahead and essentially just break it down because there are some numbers that are wrong, and I'm gonna let you guys know the actual number of views that she needed to make that first 1 million. So let's go ahead and switch up the angle. All right. So right now I got my laptop in hand, and we're just gonna go ahead and take a look at this video. I'm gonna go ahead and put it full screen. Let's get it started. Make sure the volume is good.
So February 2009, I made $0. April 2009, I made $0. I had one video that made me $66,000. Hello there, people. Welcome to the break. My name is Patricia Bright. I hope you are doing well. Yes, you read it. April 2009.
All right. So this is essentially what I want to go ahead and just go ahead and break down, because a lot of these things probably not making sense. As you can go ahead and see, you got the triangle, because a lot of this information is skewed and it is not necessarily what is the actual case. All right, so as we guys can take a look at everything, this amount right over here, that is how much she actually made. She made over $1 million off of YouTube. However, this is where things start to get kind of fishy and don't really make sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down the actual amount of monetized playback, because if she only had 18.3 million monetized playbacks, her CPM would not be this. So the way to calculate this CPM with these two variables, all you have to do is take this amount, your estimated revenue, and divide it by 18,300. And the reason for that is because this is based off every 1,000 views. So essentially you got to take off 3 zeros from that 8 million. And after you go ahead and do this calculation, the calculated CPM based off of the monetized playbacks should be about $58.52, which is actually like, if your CPM, I don't know if anyone's CPM is that high, but if you have a CPM this high, it doesn't matter how many views you get, you're essentially still going to be seeing a considerable amount of income off just YouTube ad revenue, which that is absurd. But this right over here is closer to what her CPM actually is, which is $8.24. Okay, so in comparison, her actual CPM is about $50 less than the calculated CPM based off of the monetized playback. So the next thing that we have to do, of course, we need to figure out how much money is she really pocketing, like how much is she getting for herself and not YouTube. So essentially all we have to do is take the $8.24, we're going to multiply that by 0.55, that is for 55%, and we're going to get a total of $4.53, and that is going to be her RPM. Okay, and then the next thing that we need to go ahead and calculate is how much you're going to make per view. So if you go ahead and divide the RPM by 1,000 to go ahead and see how much you're going to make per view, it's going to be about 0.00453. So that's how much she's going to be making per view, which is essentially about half a cent. Okay, and just like we did with the average YouTuber, we're going to do the same type of calculations. However, I did figure out that leading coefficient for this one is going to be a 2. I started off with 20 million. I got about 3 zeros too short. So then I boosted it up to about 200 million. That was still a little bit too low. And the actual amount of views that she needed to make about this total amount, basically $1 million, is 221 million views on the channel. So that is essentially how many estimated playbacks that she needed. She needed 221 estimated playbacks to go ahead and pocket in her first 1 million. So essentially this number that we're looking at right over here, as we can see, I have a little triangle because it's not accurate. This amount is considerably lower than what it actually is. If this was her actual amount of estimated playbacks, and her CPM over here would literally be off the roof, which I don't know if any content creator CPM is that high. If you're that high, you're very, very blessed, and you're probably making, I guess it's strictly like business related videos, because if you guys didn't know, things pertaining to money or like just business related topics, like how to save money, how to make money, stuff like that, people usually end up going in the advertisers usually pay more for 1,000 views because the amount of money that they're going to make off of conversion is considerably higher. Like if you see all of these like gurus trying to sell you courses, well, they might make $200-300 for off one person signing up for their course, and of course they'll have way more money to go ahead and spend if it's actually working out for them and they're seeing high amounts of conversions. So essentially, this is how many views that it actually takes for a YouTuber or a content creator to go ahead and make 1 million. Alright guys, so I hope this video kind of just, whether you're curious or you're a content creator yourself and you're making videos and you're just like, man, well how much do I gotta, like how many views I gotta pull in to go ahead and, you know, make myself that first million. And hopefully this video didn't discourage you from like hopefully this video didn't discourage you and make you not want to make videos because that number seems like absurdly large, which it is. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're doing it for the right reasons, it's really not going to matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just still going to keep going. But anyways, guys, I got 2 questions. One, did you think that it would take this many views to go ahead and make $1 million on YouTube? And if you did, why? You know what I'm saying? Did you calculate it yourself, or did you just figure it was going to be some type of large number? But anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, first, I'm going to need you guys to smash up this like button for all of this free information. I'm going to need 100 likes, at least. Let's get 100 likes on this video. And if you're new to this channel, go down below and smash that subscribe button. But anyways, guys, it's your boy Chris Lee, aka CEasy, and I'm out.
I got a lot on my mind. 16 and O and that 29. I got AK with the scores and 9. Undercover Jesus.